All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. My name is Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe down below. Leave us a comment. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Get the shirt in the description and subscribe on Patreon. $5 a month to become a quitter. We're doing bonus episodes every week. This coming Sunday, we're going to be talking about the first half of Some Kind of Monster.
Yes.
Which is our newest project.
Yeah, shorter
Sure.
project,
Yeah.
but yeah.
The supergroup watch along was just too good.
Yeah.
It was too good, and we had to find something else to do. And someone suggested Laser of Hate, screen name Laser of Hate,
Oh, hell yeah.
suggested that we watch Some Kind of Monster. And it is like, it's a nice gradual transition into
It buys us some
something
time
else.
to find another VH1 classic series.
Yeah.
Right.
It gives us at least 2 weeks.
We got
It
2
gives us
weeks.
some time, yeah.
And rewatching it, it is just
It's
the
great.
greatest
It's a
thing that's
pleasure.
ever been made.
I haven't really seen it since I was probably 15.
Really?
And,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I haven't rewatched it in a really long time. And it's the greatest thing.
You see it through such different eyes now that you've been in a band.
Yeah,
and, made
after
music.
doing a recording process with the band, you're just like, this is like, what are they thinking? Like, it's so ridiculous.
Just to have a therapist there
Yeah.
24/7. Like, how did that feel for everybody? You're like, are you out of your
And
mind?
they're like, we want to pull you back. He's like, whoa, wait a second, guys.
That's the best part of the movie.
It's so good. All right. But tonight, before we get into Some Kind of Monster, we are going to be talking about this
different kind of monster.
A different kind of
It's
monster.
some kind of album.
Some kind of album. It's a new. I mean, this is a big night for us. This is a
Huge.
big day
Yeah.
for guys that watch this show. It's the
Mainstream rock.
mainstreamers.
Yeah.
It's the new Foo Fighters album called Your Favorite Toy. We've talked so much about Foo Fighters on the show before. We just did a Patreon episode where we talked about their best songs before they started not being good.
Yeah.
And now they're, we kind of did that in honor of this new album coming out. We've never talked about a new Foo Fighters album on this show.
No.
I think, what was it called? But Here We Are came out like right as probably we were starting the show, and we weren't really doing reviews yet. And that was their first album post Taylor Hawkins. And this is the second album post Taylor Hawkins with a new drummer, Ilan Rubin from 9 Inch Nails. And yeah, I don't know if people like are thinking like they have to check this out because there's a new drummer on it, but yeah, I mean, they've been releasing singles for a couple months now. Asking for a Friend came out like tail end of 2025, and it was one of my worst singles of the year for 2025 because I just hate long-winded, like dramatic Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's the worst type of song.
Unless it's The Pretender.
Unless it's but that's not even that. That's like not long. Like that has some fucking drive. To
Yeah,
it,
I guess it gets done by like 4 minutes
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like Asking for a Friend. It starts off like it has kind of like the two sides that I like the least, like the real ballady, melodramatic, and
Yeah.
then like the almost like too heavy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Because it like
whoa.
goes into like a Tool riff.
yeah, the
like
yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't super excited for this. I think if you watch the Patreon episode, I'm probably the least in on the Foo.
On the Foos.
But that
You're fighting the Foo.
I have been fighting the
Yeah.
Foo. It's been a lifelong fight against Foo.
Fight against
You're a
Foo.
Foo survivor.
I've survived Foo. But I will say that listening to that Patreon playlist did give me a bit more excitement for it, just because it was like, if I was like grilling, and I had this
yeah,
shit
dude.
on, this would be fine.
Grilling, I mean, any Foos is good when you're grilling.
Stacked actors while I got brats on the fucking grill.
Just flipping them.
Dude.
But yeah, I mean, so Asking for a Friend was the first single. Then they started releasing some other ones. They released the title track, Your Favorite Toy. Then Of All People. Then they released Caught in the Echo. And
Caught in the echo.
none of the songs really excited me. Your Favorite Toy was like, I thought it was different from what they usually do. It didn't seem like as like hard, like Dick Rocky. It had like some like Alanis Morissette vibe to it, like maybe like a Pixies or Breeders vibe with that chord progression. So I thought that they would go more that way with this album, and with the album cover and everything, it seems like very like 90s.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be that way, but I don't really know what to think about this. Like, it's like this whole album it never really ever congealed to feeling like a cohesive set of songs.
Well, the PR for the album was very much centered around the Foo Fighters are back to basics. They're back to their roots. We're trying to go back to the way that it was when Dave Grohl was by himself, lamenting the death of his friend in the studio.
Well, as a Pearl Jam fan, that is a narrative that I know
We
well.
all know.
I've heard it so many times.
And it's only bad things.
Yes,
it's
only,
never true.
It's always disappointment.
Yeah.
It means that the tempos are higher and the guitars are louder, but the songs aren't good.
And that's what this album is.
Yes. And
Well-
like this reminded me so much of a late era Pearl Jam record, where like they're giving you energy and like yes, like they still have it in terms of aggression, but like the parts don't talk to each other for each part of the songs. Like the choruses aren't that satisfying.
Yeah.
And it just at times like feels like overcompensation.
Yeah.
Like especially on some of these verses, he's given that Dave Growl.
Dude.
And you're like, what are we even talking about yet?
The Dave Growl.
Dave Growl.
He overdoes the Dave. I mean, there's some songs where you're like, he doesn't even have a voice anymore.
Yeah.
He's been growling he's been growling so hard.
He's been growling
Dave
hard.
Grohl growl.
That Grohl growl.
We made a distinction in the Patreon of like the clear line where Foos became kind of what they are, and it's when Grohl sported the beard and rocked the blue guitar.
Yeah.
Pre that, a band you could, wear on your sleeve a little bit more.
And I did watch the Back and Forth documentary.
Me as well.
An 8th time.
Me too. The autistic obsession with that documentary.
It's sort of you're some kind of monster.
It is, and it's
Dude.
not nearly as
No,
like
it's not as
juicy
good.
or funny or entertaining. It
Yeah.
just does something for me.
I rewatched it, and it is not as good as I remember it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit flat now watching it as like a 32-year-old man, but it's still pretty good. It's still
pretty
damn
good.
Yeah.
It just makes me miss Taylor Hawkins.
Makes me miss Taylor Hawkins
That
a
dude
lot.
rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like that era of Foo Fighters, you can look at and be like, if that's gonna be the biggest rock band on earth,
Yeah.
we could do worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, there was a period of time, like during the mid to late 2010s,
Yeah.
where they were like partially a cover band, because like I saw them play at Star Lake, this giant amphitheater in our area, and that holds like fucking 50,000 people.
Yeah,
or
I think I was there.
and they dedicated, like, they played for 3 hours.
Yeah, it was so long.
They dedicated like a substantial amount of their set to playing like "We Will Rock You" and like "Kiss" and shit like that. Like they were doing that. I don't know if they still do that, but like that's what they were doing at that point.
Yeah.
I think they were like trying to cement themselves as like
The Rock.
the rock band.
I think that's why Back and Forth was a thing. Because that whole documentary was just like, we are the biggest band of all time, and how
we
did
played
this happen?
Wembley Stadium.
And like, I do remember, like the album that came before Wasting Light. That documentary was meant to be a promotional thing for Wasting Light.
Yes,
and the album before that was the one with the Pretender, Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace.
Yeah.
So like, I remember when Back and Forth came out, just kind of thinking like, are like Foo Fighters like even a thing anymore? Because it was kind of like, I think it was like a 4-year gap, like 2007
to 2011.
2011.
Right. Yep.
So like, I was kind of like, does anyone even care about the Foo Fighters? Are they like that big of a band? They were kind of like a whatever band to me. And then that documentary came out, and I was convinced that they were the biggest band of all time. I was like, oh, I just didn't know.
Did you guys know? Sorry to derail this, but I'm just looking at their Spotify. I remember this, but we didn't make mention of it. They put out a covers album under the
Yeah.
name The DGs
Oh,
called
yeah.
Hail Satin.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's all disco songs.
And it's all
right?
disco
Disco.
songs? Come
Yeah.
on.
I just chose to forget that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that and the slasher movie they made like months before Taylor Hawkins actually died.
I was gonna just let the DGs thing
Just let that
slide.
lie.
I was gonna slide that under the rug a little bit.
So, anyways,
But-
this album though.
Let's get back to this album.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is another. I mean, they put out a couple head scratchers of late era records. You know.
Yep.
Like Medicine at Midnight was really like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Then Sonic Highways, which was like, you know,
It was like a
we
gimmick.
we did the documentary thing. Let's do it again.
More
Yeah, it
expensive
was-
this time.
Yeah, it was a gimmick. The songs were really not good.
No.
Um,
The muddy water.
Muddy Water, Concrete and Gold, which I did not like that record. It was so corny. And then there was But Here We Are, which like was like this tribute album to Taylor Hawkins, but it came out so fast after his death that it was like, is this really
Very
a
fast.
tribute record? Like, it doesn't seem like that, you know. And now we have this one, which, you know, is off the cuff of him being outed for having a
Side
baby outside of
projects.
his pregnancy, a side project.
outside of his pregnancy.
outside of
Having
his marriage. Yeah, sorry.
He had a baby outside of his pregnancy.
He had
It's
two babies.
It's a miracle.
It's the second immaculate conception.
Yeah, Dave Grohl's pregnant.
Yeah.
The most rockin' baby.
Yeah, so it does feel like the album is kind of like geared to get them back on track.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
back to that rock band, the biggest, best rock band in the world. And this collection of songs seems like it is to no bullshit. We're just ripping your head off.
Yeah.
And like, I think the only song that, listening to this multiple times, that even really stuck with me is If You Only Knew.
Is that the
Yikes.
lo-fi one?
No, it's
No.
like the corniest one.
Yikes! Because that's one of my
Is
least
that the
favorite.
Courtney Love one?
No,
No.
it has like a big your dad would like this chorus.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm thinking of all people. That's
Yeah.
the Courtney Love one, I think.
I don't
Um,
think it's about Courtney Love. I read an interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
I'll
was
talk
reading
about
it.
it. in a
Okay.
moment.
No,
Sorry.
it's like about like somebody who got his friends hooked on drugs.
Yeah, it's like
Or
some
Oh,
guy,
fuck.
yeah.
All right, never
Yeah.
mind.
So yeah, like the one that reminded me most of the songs that my mom likes of the Foo Fighters is like the only song that I ended up liking, and then the
That's
rest of like
interesting.
the rockers
Yeah.
kind of just left me feeling pretty cold.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think like I thought some of the riffs on some of the rockers were decent. Like of all people, is a pretty decent like upbeat, like energetic punk rock type of track. But Dave's lyrics really take me out of it.
Yeah,
like, they're
same.
really like I get that he's trying to be simple and straightforward with it, but it's like of all people, you survived, you're alive, you used to be dead. That's what I said. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
And
these
that-
lyrics are fucking terrible.
And that one has the cardinal sin of like just adding fuck into
Yeah.
part of the verse
Yeah.
that wasn't there the first time. Like they repeat the verse the second time the same way as the first verse, but then he just adds like "you were all fucking alive" and like
No,
he has
I
to,
think
like,
he does
sneak
that
the-
both times.
Oh,
Yeah.
does he?
He
Oh,
literally,
okay.
it's like it doesn't need to be there, and I didn't like that he did it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like the album in general. Like I was searching the whole time for like some cohesion, but
Yeah.
also like the production didn't really jump out at me at being that amazing. And like they're the Foo Fighters. There
Yeah.
are band like we're gonna most likely listen to the new Black Keys next time or
Yeah.
whenever that comes out, and those songs might be worse, but at least they might sound kind of cool. Like this is one of the biggest rock bands
We'll
in the world, and the drums are boring, the guitars are stock.
Yeah,
Stock.
Yeah. They're very loud, but
They're very
stock.
loud.
How much clearer can I be to you? It's stock.
It's stock.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, I think the production and the mixing was a problem for me on this record too.
Yeah.
because Dave's voice is mostly like kind of buried in distortion on this, which he doesn't typically do unless it's a song that like calls for it. Like I can think of like White Limo off of Wasting Light that like his voice had a bunch of distortion on. and they've done it in the past, but like it's like seems like it's on every song here, and they have 3 guitar players and a keyboard player now. So, and the guitars don't do much different than each other. It's like you have 2 rhythm players who are playing the same thing, and then you have one guy who's maybe doing something a little bit different. And it just ends up sounding just muddy as shit. Like, I don't know why they were able to pull this off on other records, but now it's like, seems like the guitars are just so loud and so trebly, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and just like the types of songs that I think that they're really good at are like dynamic driven. Typically, we go from quiet to loud, and then we get like this big chorus. Whereas like I've never super been into them when they're like, we're going balls to the wall. We're gonna start the song as loud as possible.
Yeah.
I will say that I think that the album starts much better than it finishes.
Yeah.
Like Caught in the Echo, Of All People, Window, Your Favorite Toy, they're fine-ish. Like, I don't think I would necessarily come back to any of them, but the back half gets rough.
Yeah, it
like
does.
Unconditional is very bad. It sounds like 311's love song.
Yeah, it does.
If it was covered by The Offspring.
Yeah, that's everything you just said. Damn, that sounds horrible. That is horrible.
And then it's followed by what is easily the worst song on the album,
Dude,
which is Child
Actor.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. I've been just like, it's so bad that I've been like singing it to myself. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, it's like a punchline to me now. I was a child actor.
It's so dramatic.
Yeah.
And then the turn the cameras off chorus is like,
You hear it
Wow.
700
Yeah, I
times.
can't
Like turn the
believe-
cameras off, turn the cameras off, turn like over and over and over and over.
It's
and
like
over.
grating in that first chorus the first time
Yeah.
you hear it, and then they do like this long, drawn out like build up
Yeah.
to the final chorus where he's just saying it over and over.
over and over again.
And then like the only emotion that he ends up putting into it is just the Dave Growl. Like
Yeah.
eventually, like we've
Yeah.
said it so many times, I can't say it normal anymore. I gotta-
Yeah.
And just like a song about Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, I
Knock
didn't
him in the middle.
I didn't get the point of it. I was like,
No.
why is he a child actor? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, or is he like thinking about like his daughter who's now famous
maybe
or
it's his
something like
daughter.
that?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's just like they overwrought emotionality,
Yeah.
and then like a chorus, like the chords to the chorus, I didn't mind. It's just that you couldn't think of anything more interesting to do than just keep repeating.
Yeah.
turn
Or
the
say
camera off.
like another line,
It's-
rotate that with another phrase.
just
such
mix it in.
Yeah.
It's such an obvious B-side. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I was to hear this on the like picking the songs for the record, I would be like, obviously we're cutting child actor.
Well, and here's
You
the
know?
thing too is like I was right before this I was listening to some interview that for press that Grohl and crew were doing for this album, and he said he was like, well, we recorded this in our garage again. Of course you did.
Which is
no,
definitely
you didn't.
not
That's
true.
a fucking lie.
Move the Harley out of the garage so we cut the record.
Yeah.
man.
cut the whole record in my
I had
garage.
to put the lawnmower
Yeah.
somewhere else.
And he said he's like, so we ended up with this like he said some insane number like 30 or 40 songs. I'm like 30 or 40.
And child actor made the album.
And he
Dude.
was like he was like
There were 32 worse songs than Child Actor.
and he was like there was a string of like 8 in a row. I woke up really late at night, listened to them, and that 8 in a row I was like, it hit me. I'm like, this is the record.
I maybe
What?
child actor, if that just squeezed past Dave in like a dream.
Well, that's what
You know?
the point I'm making is. This guy clearly wrote some like
Macaulay Culkin.
That's gotta be
Miranda Cosgrove. He wrote some incredible anthems of like rock.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how anymore.
Well, here's the thing.
If you're choosing child actor,
It's yeah. I mean, the choice of child actor is wild.
It's a tough one.
There's
a lot of songs on here that are like pretty forgivable as like a later. I mean, it's your 12th album.
Yes.
What more do you have to say? You're the biggest rock star on earth.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to even have Everlong in you anymore.
No, yeah.
I mean, that's
But-
like not possible.
Yeah.
But Child Actor was the one song on the album that you're just like, What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's weird.
Amongst
I don't
a lo-
like the lyrics.
It stuck out like a sore thumb amongst a lot of sore thumbs.
Yeah, a couple. Like I will say that like I think Caught in the Echo. If Caught in the Echo didn't have the back half, I would like it a lot more. Like I think that song is good. It's a decent song that has this weird like outro.
It gets so sappy during the bridge.
Yeah.
It's like something dun dun final night.
Yeah, it gets very sappy. They didn't have to do that. It could have just been like a badass song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Of All People, like could have been good, but it's just not. It's like the lyrics I think are really the hitch in that one.
yeah.
Window is a interesting song to me because I do like the riff in it. Like I like the like kind of chill like da 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 da. Like it's kind of a nice little walk-in riff, but the song like goes nowhere. Like that's just the problem with it.
Yeah, I would agree that I do like that opening tuning kind of riff on Window. His like vocals on that are like more low energy than I feel like he should have brought some of the Dave Grohl to that song.
A little
give
bit,
a little bit of
yeah.
a pickup. Like he kind of sits back so far in that song.
Yeah.
That like I think that's one of the better instrumentals that ends up becoming meh because of
That's
like
what I
all the
thought, too.
pieces of it.
And like the lyrics too, he's like, it's like I saw you through a window, and then you're like, okay, window, and then it's like, you were the window cleaner, and you're like, what? What? I was like,
He's just talking about the
just
guy.
like some old guy, just like,
I pay you to come twice a month to my garage / studio.
to my studio. That's
He's like,
actually
fuck, I
my
need
girl."
lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy cleaning my windows.
Hey Javier, writing a song about you.
No, you won't get royalties. That's not how this works, Javier.
Thanks for
sorry.
inspiring
You
this
missed
song,
the spot.
Javier. Wow. He's a window cleaner. Yeah, like it just seems. I don't know. I was like,
That was
why
one
was
of-
he inspired by a window cleaner?
That was one of 40.
yeah. And then
So-
spit shine.
2-word review. Shit, Sean.
Shit.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not
There
that
you
bad,
go.
but I
No,
had
it's
to.
not that. The riff is not bad, but I really hated the like ooh 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 chorus. I thought that was pretty lazy.
Yeah, and that one. See, I actually like the ooze, but I think the ooze are the best part of the song. They just don't match anything else that's happening in the song.
Yeah, it
so they
doesn't-
end up feeling like out of place.
It maybe that's what it is for me. 'Cause
I
was
mean,
just
you may
like-
disagree, but there's just like it almost. I remember listening to that, hearing that ooh ooh part, and I'm like, if they would have built the song around this vibe
Yeah.
instead of coming in with the like,
Yeah.
because like you've already between your favorite toy and Of All People, you once you get to Spit Shine, you feel like you've heard that song twice already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree.
What I mean, to me, it's just like with the Foo Fighters. It's like, why don't we just? They're probably at the point where they're not going to stop playing live. The gravy train has to keep coming in. So it's like, why don't we just acknowledge that the studio albums they put out, they'll play one of them at a live show, and then play the rest of the hits. And
Yeah.
that's all it needs to be for the rest of time until they retire.
Yeah, and
You
I think a lot of bands reach that point that Foo Fighters gets to, and a lot of times you see these late era bands take like 7 years between albums.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like they go out and tour, they tour all the greatest hits, and then they're like, we should make an album, and then
Yeah.
they're usually disappointed by the reaction.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
So then they tour for another 7 years.
Yeah.
and whereas like Foo Fighters do seem more committed to the idea of like we're still an active band, and every 2 to 3 years we're putting out a record.
We're gonna play Fallon. We're gonna do
Yeah.
all the PR, this, that, and the other thing. Play all the major festivals, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like it's obvious where they're at.
I mean, I like that they still have the cojones of a younger band. Like
chutzpah.
I think that it's cool that they do it still, and I think that's why a lot of people really still like them because like they're older, but they still do have that chutzpah to like.
I mean, they play for 3 hours. Old guys can't do that.
Right? They play for 3 hours. These songs compared to other old guy rock bands like rock pretty hard, I would say. Like I opened up YouTube and like I could have sworn I saw it was a totally different thing. It was like SNL UK or something that they played on, but I thought that they were going to be on KEXP. That's what I thought.
Oh
I saw.
my God.
And I was like, it didn't like surprise me. I was like,
Yeah.
they're pretty, for how lame Dave Grohl is, like he can be pretty tuned in with like what you should do and which bands you should play with. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like Foo Fighters recruited like Die Spitz to come on tour. With
Yeah,
them. That seems like perfect.
They Frankie and the Witch Fingers is opening for them on a
like,
stadium date or something.
That's like pretty cool. You know,
I mean, I think Dave Grohl's a ball knower. Like
he is a ball knower. For
truly.
sure.
I mean, from where he came from and what he did, and like how much of a student of music he is, and how much he loves the game. He is a ball knower for sure. I will always love and respect the dude, even if he is a cheese ball or whatever. And I wanted to add too to like their output and activity that they took like from what because I like pay a decent amount of attention to them, even if I'm not enjoying the like current output or whatever. When all that shit came out about Dave Grohl and his like side piece and the baby and whatever, they did go away for a while, which was like which they should, but that was the first time I remember them doing it like ever, even when people fucking die, like Taylor Hawkins died and they came back pretty quickly after. So I don't know, I think it's noteworthy to say that I was curious what they were going to do after all of that shit, because you could see them starting to reemerge, because you didn't see any of them for a while.
Honestly, I'm going to say something crazy here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's go.
I think what might be making Foo Fighters lame, a little bit lame, to guys like us right now, is how big their band is.
Like how many guys?
How many guys are in the band?
Oh, yeah. I think, that's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
Because, we were talking about it on the Patreon episode. It's like you have all this lineage of incredibly cool punk and alternative artists.
Yeah.
And yet, when they get together in a room and make songs, it's vanilla.
It's vanilla.
It's like you bought the Neapolitan ice cream that has strawberry and chocolate, and somebody ate all the strawberry and the chocolate.
Yeah.
You just left with that vanilla chunk.
Yeah. Like, listening to this record, they have, like, they've had 3 guitar players for a while.
Yeah.
And that's probably, like, when they started recording with 3 guitar players, that's, like, when it started to be, maybe a little bit before that, because, like, In Your Honor was pretty lame, It was like a double album that was like acoustic and electric.
But it also has their biggest song.
Yeah, it has their biggest song on it. But like adding, having Chris Shiflett and Pat Smear as double rhythm or whatever lead guitar, it's like that's a lot of guitar to put in one record. And then they have this keyboard guy, Rami Jaffe, as like a full-time keyboardist member now. And I don't hear him on this record.
No, you don't need all the shit.
There is no, like, you can, if you pay attention, you can hear a little bit of organ or piano or keyboard in the background of some of these songs, and it makes it like a little bit brighter, but it's like, it's so not necessary, and it just makes everything muddy. And then your appearance as a band is like fucking Arcade Fire. It's like,
true.
Because I think they have also touring people too.
Well, and I think too, when you reach their size, and I definitely felt this about Pearl Jam, is like, you listen to those first couple Pearl Jam records, and they're like writing music.
Yeah.
In the way that, a song that you would want to hear on your headphones. What are cool elements? We'll have like this acoustic guitar here and this kind of stuff. Whereas this stuff feels like an album completely written, knowing that the final place that it will be is fucking Ford Field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not, we're not thinking about this as a headphone experience. We're thinking of what is Guy in section 238 on 6 beers going to think when this fucking hits. It's like, it's a completely different calculus of like everything that we're writing now. We know we're going to be playing in stadiums.
Yeah. And like I was going to say before, like just Rami Jaffe, like having him as a keyboard player, like it doesn't, like you were saying, it doesn't really lend itself to big stadiums, and it doesn't lend itself to the album either,
or the band and their style of music,
and like the only song I can truly hear him on is Child Actor. Like that's the only one where like there's enough room for like a little bit of space.
Lay out
I'm like, there's fucking Rami back there, dude.
Yeah.
Woo! That's it. That's it.
I do want to take that song and just find as many JPEGs of Malcolm in the Middle era Frankie Muniz.
Please do that.
And just like iMovie
Turn the cameras
transition.
off.
Turn the cameras off.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, just him from like going from young to old just every time.
Him in like the race car.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just, if I had to say one thing about this, we've been talking about this for longer than
I could
thought.
talk about
Yeah.
the Foos for a long
Me
time.
too. I mean, there's such a huge, inspiration.
yeah.
to this
There's only
podcast.
one song that we didn't talk about, and it's Amen Caveman.
Amen, caveman.
Amen Caveman. Also not.
Did they think that was rhyming?
I don't know. It is kind of like a "We're All Fucked" song. It
Yeah, a
seems to
little
be,
bit.
and
Yeah.
it just doesn't have any of the judge that
Dave-
a Radkey would bring. dude.
No.
Dave does go a little bit radkey.
I don't think Dave is.
Generation euthanize.
Yeah.
I don't think Dave is Fox News enough to really write a good "We're Fucked" song.
I wonder what
He's too
Dave-
charitable.
You need
and
a
nice.
twisted mind of
You,
Radkey.
Yeah.
you really do.
Yeah.
I wonder what political side Grohl falls on. I think he was a big John Kerry supporter.
Oh,
so
he's
he's got to be
definitely
a Democrat.
he's down the middle lib.
He's got.
He's gotta be.
Yeah.
MSNBC all the way.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Should we go into CAs?
Yeah,
I feel like
100%.
I feel like it's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll start.
Rock, paper,
Let me-
scissors.
I haven't started in a while.
You start one, dude.
Let me start one. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect this to be good, and it wasn't in the exact way that I expected it to be not good. Like there was absolutely zero surprises on this record for me. It was like I could have wrote this in my sleep with ChatGPT, just like come up with the new Foo Fighters record, and
Yeah.
it would have, maybe made a less interesting version of this album. But this album just isn't. It's not interesting to me, and I think like the most shocking thing is like Wasting Light. Yes, it was a long time ago. Like, but it was. I would still consider it a late era record.
Yeah.
For them, and just
was
the quality.
Beard.
It was
Beard
Beard
and blue
blue
guitar.
guitar era,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I would still consider the quality of those songs to be sorry. I'm like throwing
Exit
up.
AC
Yeah,
over
dude.
here, dude.
I would still consider the quality of those songs like fucking years ahead.
1,000%.
Of these songs. Like those were bangers that I still remember. Like they're so fucking immediate and good.
Yeah.
And these like that compared to your favorite toy, like something off of like These Days,
Yes.
which isn't even like one of my favorite songs of that record compared to your favorite toy. Like it crushes it.
Yeah.
Like it makes it look like all of these songs are B-sides to that record. Yeah, and I just didn't think that there was a ton of cohesion to this record. It feels like kind of all over the place in terms of an album. Like I really think that it's a just take the 4 or 5 singles that they had, and that's an EP, and you don't even need the other ones. Like no one's gonna remember any of those deep cuts. And yeah, like it's just weird to me how much this sounds like it's a band that could 100% be a 4-piece, if not a 3-piece.
Yeah.
Like
The sickest power trio.
dude, I mean,
Yeah.
like, there's just not a ton of guitar parts that like accent each other. It's all like just we're doing the same same fucking chords, and it's like you don't need that keyboard. You're just muddying shit up. You don't need that third guitar. It's just muddying shit up. Like why? What? It's just you could just be the 4-piece. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I like that they have Chris Shiflett and Pat Smear. They didn't kick either of them out. They're both kind of, in a way, original members, I guess. But like there's just it's too loud, too blaring for what this record was. The songwriting just does not. It's not the arena level Foo Fighters. I don't know what they were going for with this.
Yeah.
It's just feels very like blah. I don't know. I didn't have a good time listening to it. I listened to it a couple times because it's not like terrible, but I don't know. I like never fully formed an opinion on this. I don't want to give it a. It didn't seem like a dog shit. Didn't seem like a whatever. But 4.6 seems right.
You're gonna wow.
Yeah.
You want to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel really very similar to you in that there is a strange thing about the Foo Fighters in that, like, you have that many people, but the music doesn't end up sounding musical.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you have 3 guitarists, all of you can play well. Like, is there a way to orchestrate these parts that we get, like, a little more than just, like, a blast of rock?
Yeah.
And this album just, I got, like, flashbacks of the amount of late era Pearl Jam records that I got my hopes up for. And, like, I wrote it down of, like, the formula is almost exactly the same. It's, like, an energetic, fast, punky verse section that isn't very melodically satisfying.
Yeah.
The singer making up for that by, like, overexerting the amount of energy, and then, like, a chorus that if you squint, it kind of sounds like a big pop rock chorus, but, like, none of those parts sit together, and, like, none of them really deliver. Yeah, it's a weird thing because, like, we're talking about the Foo Fighters on the Patreon episode. I've never been a huge fan of their, like, album tracks in general. I think that they write unbelievably good pop rock songs, and I love those pop rock songs. But, like, when they, like, go to rock, there's something that I said on the Patreon episode that feels like chewed bubblegum a bit, and this definitely feels that way. Like, there's just not much character to these songs. Like, the emotionality that Dave Grohl brings to all of these songs, there's, like, 2 modes. There's, like, the really saccharine, melodramatic, or screaming at you, and he screams at you the same way no matter what he's talking about. Wasn't very fun to listen to, and, like, short, but felt like, I don't know, it just feels like an incomplete experience. Every time that I got to the end of it, I was just like, that just felt like odd. Like, I didn't feel like I took in an album. It was just like, okay, that was a half hour and now it's over. Probably won't return to this at all. And I it really feels like one of those albums that I think in 3 to 5 years, I don't think any of these are going to be in, like, their live set.
No.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I made up my mind of what my score was before I came here, and it was a 4.6.
Wow, dude.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Wow. That's crazy. I have a theory on why so many dudes are in the band. DG is a people pleaser, and he's a good hang. He loves to barbecue. He wants all his bros in the band with him.
And I get that.
Josh
You know what I
Freeze,
mean?
not a bro.
Not a
He
bro.
was not
Did
a
not get along
Didn't
with Josh.
pass the test.
Yeah.
Bro pass failed.
Yeah. But this album, I mean, you guys kind of said it all. There's nothing at all that stuck out about it to me. And in fact, like, even when there were, like, because everything was sold to us with this album of, it's raw, they're getting back to basics, no Swedish producers, you know, whatever, no bullshit, whatever. And you know, I hear that and I always take it with a grain of salt because I'm like, how raw can a bunch of millionaires be?
Yeah.
But I was expecting guys with punk backgrounds and dude that was in Nirvana, whatever, to be able to provide and manufacture a little bit of an edge. And there was zero edge even when they were trying to have edge on any of this. Yeah. It's a circle. It's entirely edgeless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, edgeless.
It's edgeless. And so that didn't satisfy me. You could pick up the needle and stick it down in any part on this record, and it would all sound the same to me in a certain way, shape, or form. It's boring as fuck. The production is boring, too. It just doesn't really do anything for me. And I used to love a lot of songs that this band wrote and stuff. So, Child Actor is one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
I don't know if I ever heard.
I'll say this year for sure.
And I will say it might be amongst the worst songs the Foo Fighters have ever made.
The
worst.
I want to conclude my my closing statement with instead of turn the cameras off, it's turn this album off, turn this album off.
Yeah.
It's
Dude, I love
terrible. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think you were gonna go that.
It sucks, man.
It's really
It's
not good. It's a 4.0.
It's a 4.0. That's a shit shine. Yeah,
It's a
whatever.
shit shine. Yeah, whatever. This album is
Turn this album off.
It's U2 without its guitar player.
It's edgeless.
Edgeless.
It's edgeless.
It's whatever that album. We might get loud.
Yeah.
It's if it was
It's
just Jimmy Page and Jack White,
which would be awesome.
actually would be a better movie.
I gotta
Would be
say,
a way better movie.
I that's one of my better closing arguments ever.
That was an inspiring, spiteful, hateful.
And I love Dave Grohl. I want to
Yeah.
hang out with him. I want to smoke cigs
dude.
and drink Jack
He'd
Daniels.
be the most fun guy ever.
I'd have
Oh,
him
yeah.
on tomorrow after publishing this yesterday. You
It'd
know
be
what I'm
so
saying?
funny. Oh yeah, for sure. Having Dave Grohl at your bachelor party would be the greatest thing of all
Yeah,
time.
we'd be drinking Jaeger.
You'd have the best time with him. He'd be like grilling burger, and then like he'd be like the one guy that's like, "Let's go get some pussy."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Whoa, Dave!"
Whoa.
It got you in some trouble before, Dave.
Like, Dave.
He's like, "You're right. You're right."
All right, let's
Yeah,
stop.
okay,
and then he
okay.
gets more drunk. He's like, "We gotta just get."
What about just one stripper?
And eventually, we're just like, "Dude, Dave Grohl's an animal, dude."
Dave he could not get his head out of it. Like he needs to go to a strip club.
He's on
right now.
he's on a mission on this bachelor trip.
If we can't, if he can't have sex, we at least need to get him a boner. You know what I mean?
He'll feel like mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. We give Dave Grohl a boner.
I was thinking about those two things the whole time you guys were talking. I'm like, turn this album
Tell
off.
this album off.
Dave Grohl's hanging out with his
Yeah.
friends, and it's edgeless.
It's edgeless.
It is edgeless.
So-
The edgeless blade, dude.
Yeah.
Edgeless blade. I
dull.
feel like there's a lot of names we could go with this score. It's a. Is it a shit shine?
Shit shine.
I'm fine with shit shine. Yeah, whatever.
It's not. That's not a dog shit, is it?
No, it's a yeah,
No,
whatever.
It's a yeah, whatever.
It's right.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a
right
shit shine.
It's a shit shine.
You got a
Yeah.
little shine of that shit.
Yeah.
Just enough to get us over.
Get us over the
into the yeah.
Yeah,
whatever
you know,
zone.
I don't know if it's worthy of calling it dog shit.
No.
I think that they have, there's a little bit of bite here, but like you said, I think they're trying too hard to like go back to their punk roots, but they know in their heads that something's got to be on the radio.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's combine both the pop and the punk. But they're not making pop.
Yeah,
punk. They're
Nissan
making
commercials
dad
need their
pop punk.
fucking songs.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
So
yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean,
Sucks.
really, what do you expect from a band on their 12th album? Especially
No
a band,
surprises,
Yeah,
dude.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I felt. I wasn't surprised by anything.
Yeah.
Didn't hate it necessarily, but I also don't know if I enjoyed any of it.
no, I didn't hate it
No.
either. I just thought it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it feels like everyone now like gives respect to Wasting Light. I think
Yeah.
that's a cool thing now.
Give Wasting Light its flowers.
Wasting
man.
Light, when it came out, everyone's like, "Hey, it's a Foo Fighters album," But now that they've released like several shitty albums, people are like, "Wasting Light rules."
Yeah.
And I just feel vindicated for that.
Me too.
So with every shitty album that they make, if it makes one more person go, "Wasting Light was great," I'm gonna go. It was.
We
It
were
was
champion.
great.
Me and Nate have been champions of the cause for
Dude,
years.
I love Wasting Light.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
great.
same.
All
weird.
right, it's a
You guys have
shit
been
shine.
Wasting life.
Wasting life.
By championing
By doing
wasting
this
life.
podcast.
Yeah, well, that too.
It's a shit shine. Yeah, whatever. Almost a dog shit, guys. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips, comedy skits. Get the shirt in the description and subscribe on Patreon. $5 a month for weekly bonus content. Sunday is the first half of Some Kind of Monster. So go tune into that. It's going to be fun. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.